channel. You're welcome to Skin Talk with Dee. As always, if you're a new subscriber, thanks for coming here. We do videos on skincare, beauty, anything beauty and skincare related. And yeah, today's video, if you're an oldie, you know how it is. Like, you're welcome. I love you all, and I thank you for subscribing, commenting, and everything that you guys do on my channel. Today's video is just to spice things up on this channel. And by the way, if you like my hair, guys, I now sell hair. Like, this is 100%. Can you see how soft and easy it is for me to put my hands through the hair? Let me turn back and show you guys how fluffy my hair is. So yeah, if you're interested, just hit me up on my business Instagram page, which I'll be leaving the link down in the description bar. And also I would leave my business WhatsApp for business only. Only if you want to buy hair. If you don't want to buy hair, please don't send me a message on WhatsApp, okay? My wig doesn't want to lay flat because of my hair underneath is not flat. I didn't do anything to flatten it, so it's making this look weird. So yeah, today's video is a little bit spicy. I will be doing my first time tag here, so you guys are going to be finding out my first time doing certain things in my life. I hope you guys enjoy this video, so let's get straight into it. I have some questions here that I will be answering. What is your first tweet? My first tweet would be me, myself, and I. Yeah, that was my first tweet. Like, guys, till tomorrow I don't understand Twitter. I've tried everything possible to I don't know, I still don't have a hang of Twitter, and I think I've even deleted my first tweet self. My first tweet was me, myself, and I, and that was like a very long time ago. Your first YouTube video? My first YouTube video here would be on Caro White cream. Like, the story behind this YouTube channel is so funny. I was actually doing videos on another channel on makeup, beauty, and faith, all those kind of things, and it wasn't growing. And my sister now suggested that you have passion for cream, so you always talk about cream. You would always convince people, like I can convince you to buy anything, guys. You always convince people to buy cream. Like, people would see what you're using or see your skin and they will try out whatever it is you're using. Why don't you just share this idea on YouTube as well? So I thought to myself, like, instead of sharing this idea on that channel, like that channel will be jam-packed, just so many things. I was like, no, let me open a separate channel basically for skincare. So yes, my first YouTube video was, see the long story just to answer that question, I think on the Caro White in November. First person you subscribe to on YouTube. The first person I subscribed to on YouTube, I would look for her name and I'll write it down here somewhere. I can't remember her name right now, and that was in 2014. I just found out about YouTube then. I was still trying to understand YouTube and makeup, so she was the one that made me pick interest, one of the people that made me pick interest. Then this Kylie lipsticks just came out then, and she was swatching them and showing how to combine them to get different kind of lip looks. So I was so fascinated and amazed. It was by her I was learning that there's what they call concealing, highlighting. I'm like, what's this one she's putting here and all of that. So yeah, that was the first person I subscribed to on YouTube. I'll look for her name and put it down here. First Facebook profile picture. I'll look for it and I'll put it here if I can still find it, because even myself I can't remember. Do you still talk to your first love? We lost touch, but we are still friends. Like, we are not enemies, so we lost touch. So yeah, probably if I was still in contact with him, yes, we would still be talking. What was your first alcohol drink? Smirnoff Ice. That was my first alcohol drink. What was your first job? My first job was, I was working as a sales girl then in 2012, I think. That was when I started. Yeah, I was working as a sales girl with a foam company in Kaduna. They were making mattresses. What was your first car? I don't have a car yet. I've never had a car. Who was the first person to text you today? My boyfriend. Yeah, he was the first person to text me. He's always the first person to text me in the morning. The first person I thought of this morning, my boyfriend. He was the first person I thought about this morning. Who was your first teacher? Oh, that's gonna be hard. I can't remember who my first teacher was. Who was my first teacher? I think it was a woman. I can't remember her name. Yeah. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? Fun fact, guys, never been on an airplane, but I'm gonna be flying next week, so that's going to be my first experience, and I will be going to Lagos. So yeah. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? My first best friend is, can I say her name? I can't say her name. We used to live on the same street, like her house was adjacent to mine, so yes, we still talk, not as much because we kind of like grew apart because they moved away from where we were staying, and we have different interests and stuff. So but yes, we still talk, we still say hi, hello, wish each other happy birthdays and all those kind of things. Where was your first sleepover? Where was my first sleepover? I can't remember. Where was my first sleepover? Oh yeah, my first sleepover would be when I went to write JAM exam at Briningwari. So I stayed with a pastor. It was me and my friend. We went to write JAM exams. We totally knew nobody there. The address of the church, because she attends Baptist church, the address of the church that she was giving, we went there and the church was burnt down. Like then most of the churches there were burnt down. So God just brought this lovely family to us, and somebody took us there. Like that's one of the churches that are still standing. We went there, they didn't know us, they were struggling to cook up something for us to eat that day. It was Kai. God bless those people. Like God bless them. What is the first thing you do in the morning? Most mornings, the first thing I do is I pray, and then I go on my phone to check if I have any messages, YouTube and all that. What was the first concert you ever went to? The first concert I ever went to was in my church, and what's his name? There's this guy that sang Jagima. I can't remember his name, but I'll check for his name and write it there. So he came. There were so many musicians. Lara George was supposed to come, but she disappointed us because she said she was scared of coming to Kaduna then because of all the bombings that were going on then. So yeah, that was my first concert. What was your first broken bone? I haven't really had a broken bone, but I fractured my bone before, if that counts. It was my left hand. So I was really young. I think I was around 6 or 7. I was looking for my sister's trouble. Like I was just disturbing her that day because I wanted her attention. I was bored, and then I think I hit her, and I was in my brother's baby cot. I think I hit her, and I thought she was going to react. So I immediately, after doing what I did, I immediately tried to jump out of the cot, and I landed on this hand, and they took me to the hospital, put in all those sticks and whatever it is they put, and then hanged my hand. And yeah, it was a fracture. It didn't really break, and that is like the most flexible hand I have. Like I can almost touch my neck with this hand. First piercing would be my ear. I only have this is the only places that I pierced once. First foreign country you have gone to? I've never traveled to any country yet. First movie you remember seeing? This is going to be hard, but there were so many movies I remembered growing up. So one of them would be Three Men and a Little Baby. I really loved that movie. When was your first detention? Detention. I've never been detained before. I've always been a good person, and I'm still a good person. I've always been a good child, so I've never been detained in any way, anywhere at all. Who was your first roommate? My first roommate, actually I had 3 roommates. My first roommate, there were 3. Patience, Winifred, and Nefisa. Yes. What is the first thing you do when you get home? Number one would be to take off my clothes immediately. I love staying at home naked. So the first thing would be to take off my clothes. And another thing I would do is, yeah, take off my clothes and bath or something. When was my first kiss? My first kiss was in 2011. My first boyfriend, and it was, like, this is how kissing is. Oh my god, it took me a while to get used to it. Who did you watch first on YouTube? I think that should be the same thing as who were you first subscribed to. Yeah. Okay. What's the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? The first app I check when I wake up in the morning, it would either be YouTube Studio or WhatsApp. Those two, yes. What's your first makeup item? My first makeup item would be an eye pencil that I got from, obviously, either my mom or my sister, which is a very long time ago. What is your first celebrity crush? My first celebrity crush is Two-Face Idibia. Jesus Christ, I was in love with Two-Face Idibia. I think that was when he sang this, and which is my favorite song. There's been a lot of toasting. No, 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 no. I can't sing it for long because I don't want any copyright. But Two-Face Idibia was my first celebrity crush. Okay. My first cooking experience. My first cooking experience was a very long time ago still. It was my sister that was teaching me how to cook spaghetti because she came back home very tired. My sister makes dresses, bridal gowns, all those kind of stuff. If you're in Kaduna and you're looking for somebody to make dresses for you, she does dresses. So she just came back then. She was still learning from beauty school, or what do they call it, fashion school, sorry. So when she came back home, she was tired and she didn't want to cook what was at home. So she was like, please, can you help me make spaghetti? And me now, because I was just learning how to cook, I was excited. Anytime somebody says cook something, oh my god. So I went and she was teaching me what to do, and it turned out good, and right now I am, in fact, an expert spaghetti cooker. What is your first ever mobile phone? My first mobile phone was Multilinks, if you remember Multilinks and Starcoms and all those things. So yeah, my first ever mobile phone was Multilinks, and god, I was so hot because I actually destroyed that phone. That morning it was on the bed and my mom was telling me that take this phone out of the bed, you will break it. Take this phone out of the bed, you will break it. I was like, how can I break this phone? And yeah, I forgot. I wanted to pick something from the shelf on top of our bed, so I climbed the bed and I stepped on the phone and the screen broke. So sad. What is your first internet activity? My first internet activity would be when I wanted to open my Gmail account, I guess that, yeah. What is your first language? My first language is English. Yeah, my first language is English. I think everyone's first language in Nigeria is supposed to be English. My first pet was a dog. Yeah, my first pet was a dog, and I so much love that dog, but she died. My first thought. What was your first thought today? My first thought today was about when I woke up, the first thought was my boyfriend, that, oh, I need to see him today. The first person I spoke to today was my boss. Yeah, I spoke to my boss. He was the first person I spoke to today. When was the first time I got drunk? I'm not a drinker. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I don't like alcohol. Like, I still don't understand how people enjoy the taste of that thing. But I wasn't drunk, but I would say I was a bit tipsy. So it made me talk aggressively. Like, after taking, I think it was Bailey's. After taking Bailey's, let me even tell you guys this story. What happened was we went to a party and they asked us what we wanted to take, and since I saw that everybody there was drinking alcohol, I was trying to form, and I went with my friend. So I looked around everywhere, it was only alcohol there. So when they asked, like, what do you want to take, and the host was so friendly, what do you guys want? You can't just come here and not take anything. So I was like, okay. And I looked at what I felt they didn't have. So I was like, my drink is not here. What I normally take is Bailey's. And he said, don't worry, there's nothing you want that we do not have. My friend was laughing, and they asked her what she wanted. She said she wanted fruit juice. Funny enough, they went and brought fruit juice. I was like, I didn't see anybody taking anything like that on the table everywhere, so I assumed they didn't have it. This man went and brought a whole carton of Baileys, and he opened it. He was like, this is a ladies drink, ladies love this drink. I was like, God, I'm dead today. So he brought the Baileys and poured a cup for me, and so yeah, and I'm not a drinker, like I said. The highest thing I've taken is Smirnoff once every year. So I took it, and I was telling my friend, like, let's go home, let's go home, let's go home. And on our way home, there were some guys that were trying to stop my friend to talk to her, and guys, I was talking to them, and the guy was like, sister, chill, we are not talking to, like, God, I was so pissed for no reason. Even the bike man that took us that day, everything was just irritating me. I got home. Thank God another of my friend came to stay over, so I was cooking indomie and lie down on the bed, and according to her, she said we were gisting and she thought I was listening to what she was saying. She didn't know that I was dead on the bed. So if I had come back alone, maybe I would have burnt down my house that day. So yes, that was my first experience being tipsy. I wasn't really like drunk. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel to enjoy more interesting content from me, and till I come your way again next time. And don't forget to follow my business page on Instagram, my personal page as well. I will leave the link to all of them down here, and my WhatsApp number as well, so you guys can purchase fine bundles and wigs from me. Bye.